My name is Micka from DMCX.com, and in this video I am going to talk about Remco Evenepoel bikes, size and specification. But just before I start going along, I just want to warn you, this is like a chat at a cafe with some friends. I mean, like normal gentlemen do, you know, like you just talk about bicycle all day long. So there is no footage of the bike or the frame, there is no picture of the frame, there is no footage of the rider riding his bike. So I just want to warn you, don't waste your time, keep on looking and be disappointed if it was what you were looking for. This video is just actually a chat, a technical chat about the bike size and geometry and the fitting of the rider. So let me proceed along. So as I said, this is dedicated to Remco Evenepoel new bike actually, as he's racing on the season 2020 and beyond 2021 and so on. So Remco is already a star. He's very young, he is 20 years old, he already won prestigious races in front of super famous stars of the peloton. So this is very exciting time actually to see a young wolf like him. He's a very, very good rider. He's racing for the Team Deceunink Quick Step for the season 2020 of the World Tour on the Specialized S-Works Tarmac SL7 disc brake. Remco is a very short guy. Remco is actually, I forgot. My head is gonna explode. Remco is 171 centimeters tall, or 1 meter 71. And he's racing on a size 52 centimeters frame. Now, Specialized is recommending the size 52 for rider from 163 centimeters to 170. This is very short window. I think yeah, I got it right. So Remco is just 1 centimeter out of the frame, and as we know now, as I explain every time in my videos, most of riders pick up one size or even two sizes smaller than what recommends the manufacturer. So here it's not really like he's not doing a big move, like just picking his 171. He's, instead of taking a 54 centimeter because he's just another side of the fence, he's picking up a 52 centimeter, which makes sense as a pro rider, because the idea here is to get a lower cockpit with a smaller frame. And this is very interesting because actually, as I'm recording this video on August 5th, August 5th, 2020, Remco is racing on the brand new Specialized frame, the Tarmac SL7, and here he actually gave the first victory of the UCI World Tour to that new frame. This is very interesting, very good. Why it is very good is because actually the frame is different than SL6, otherwise there is no point to make one. So I'm going to be very, very brief on what is different between the Tarmac SL6 and Tarmac SL7. So visually you will pretty much not notice it is different. There are three main differences between the previous model and the 2021 model. The SL7 has a longer fork. It is 3 millimeters longer fork. It used to be 363 millimeters, now it is a 366 millimeters. The angle is the same as the previous one, but the main difference is on the frame. The head tube is shorter than the previous one. It is now 11 millimeters shorter, and that's actually what the professional racer looking at. They wanted to have a lower cockpit position so then they can decrease the drag, and this is marginal gain, but it's very important because that's basically the main things the cyclist is fighting is the drag. So this is just by decreasing the height of the head tube, you get a lower drag. So that's the one thing. The second thing is the frame tubes have been reworked. It's more aerodynamics. So the designers at Specialized did a very, very good job to keep the frame lightweight, stiff, and more aero than previously. And you can notice it if you look at the rear triangle of the frame, so don't look at my sketch because there is you will not see it, but look on the internet, you just check the frame. The rear triangle look much beefier because the tubes are wider. I really like how it looks. It looks super stiff, super strong, but the bike is actually super comfortable. Relative. This is a racing frame. And then the third point is the bottom bracket. It used to be a press fit, now it is a threaded. So it's going back to the good old threaded 60mm type of bottom bracket. This is the main reason it was too much issues with the cracking noise over time. So a lot of, I'm not saying a lot. So now manufacturers are moving back to the good old threaded type. So forget about all the marketing advantage of the press fit. Now it's back to the efficient and unreliable threaded type. Right, those are the quick introduction of the SL7 difference. So this now I'm going back to the specific sizing and fitting of Remco bike. So Remco is racing on the size 52. His saddle height is okay. His saddle height measure from the center of the bottom bracket to the top of the saddle is 700mm. The distance from the front of the saddle to the axle of the handlebar is 521mm. It is pretty much short, right? Because the stem is a 100mm stem length. The difference between the handlebar grip and the top of the saddle is 88mm. It's not so much different, and mind you, he's not a tall rider, right? So it's also, well, each rider have his own setup. This is very, very narrow. And here is I'm gonna finish on the cockpit. He's using the stem is from Pro, and the handlebar is also from Pro, which are like accessories, parts, components from Shimano. That's a Shimano brand called Pro. The handlebar width is 400mm, and now if you get a chance to find a picture from a view from the front of Remco as he is riding right now in 2020, and it is actually a trend I spotted also on Julien Alaphilippe bike setup. It is the same, similar, but on Remco bike it's much stronger. You look at the brake lever of when you look at the bike from the front, you look at the brake lever setup. It is not set up straight. It is set up very, very strongly inward. The brake hoods are really inside. So it is very, when you are used to set up bikes properly, you were told like, no, you have to do it straight, like, and now you look at the pros now, those riders right now are setting up everything totally different. It's not like as on the manual. So it is really strongly inward, and my guess here is for two things. Is like basically the hands are not out of the handlebar when you hold the brakes. When your hands are on the brakes hoods, your hands are not hanging out of the handlebar. So it does here again marginal gain, like you optimize the width of the bike. It is optimized. And the second one is also when you're riding in a bunch of 180 or 190 riders, it does make actually you don't get caught in somebody else's handlebar, because if you ride as a group, you know that the handlebars are sometimes catching each other when you are too close or you sprint on a climb and stuff like that. So it looks weird, but you got Remco Evenepoel doing it. You got Julien Alaphilippe doing it too. A quick point here. Julien Alaphilippe actually is riding almost the same size as Remco. They have the same frame size, almost the same bike setup. This is very interesting. And I was thinking about this. Which one of both is the strongest one? This is going to be very, very interesting season to look at them racing. I don't know if they are going to race on the same race at the same time, but this is very interesting. Anyway, finishing on Remco bike setup. I have been through everything. Yeah, the frame, no, let me follow on the setup specific. The crank length is 170 millimeters, and he's using Shimano pedal, the Dura-Ace pedal, the PDR 9100. He's using a saddle from Specialized. That's the Specialized, but I think it's getting phased out. So I'm not sure if it's worth to mention what saddle he's racing now, because maybe in few weeks or few months he's going to be racing on different one. So keep this one with a pinch of salt, please. He's racing with a Specialized Romin Evo carbon rail, but it might be replaced with another one. So I'm not sure if he's racing all the year with this one or a different one. If you know it, just drop me a message, so then I will keep record of it for the next time. And well, the frame sizing specifically, what I like is the Specialized frame have a low BB drop. This one have a 74 millimeters BB drop. It does optimize the position. It's lower position, so it does minimize the drag. I also like the fact that the chainstay are long. It's 410 millimeters. The frame allows for tires up to 30 millimeters section. Obviously, the team is not racing. The pro are not racing with that size of tires. They are racing with a 26 millimeter section tubulars for mountain stage or like very key, very important stage. Of course, the Specialized also push them to race on tubeless tires. So some stage you will see them racing on tubeless, but on critical mountain stage it will be on tubulars. That the tubulars are the turbo, Specialized turbo tubulars. And the wheels are from Roval, which is a sub-brand of Specialized, and everything is spinning on ceramic speed bearings, ceramic bearings. The brand name is Ceramic Speed Bearings. And the bottom bracket, of course, and the headset, of course, are also ceramic bearings. And the rest of the bike is equipped with Shimano Dura-Ace Di2, so it means electronic shifting, and the brakes are hydraulic disc brakes. I think I've been through everything. If you have any question regarding what I've been talking in this video, please drop me a message or a question, and then I will make sure to reply as much as accurate as I can. If you enjoy what you've been watching here, please watch the other videos, and I will see you over there.